Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Flo, and on this episode of Lineup Guides, we are going to talk a little bit about China 8.7. As always, I will break down the most important facts for each vehicle and the lineup itself, and then take it into battle to see how it performs in action. So first of all, we have the Object 122 MT modification MC. This tank not only has the first ever built 120mm smoothbore cannon, almost a decade before Rheinmetall developed it, but also has some mouse-guided anti-tank missiles. 4 of them, you can see them besides the barrel. In War Thunder itself, the vehicle is honestly quite good. It's a pretty balanced tank, so you have decent mobility. Yeah, when it comes to armor, it lacks a little bit, so you don't have that much armor, but nonetheless, you have a very powerful cannon, and also these missiles come in handy in particular situations. This tank is suitable for defensive long-range engagements. Next up, we have the ZDZ-59D1. This tank is 0.4 lower in BR than the rest of the lineup, and I personally only use it as a spare or as a backup tank. However, it's still stabilized, it has a pretty decent saber round, and it also has pretty decent armor. Armor kind of works, the ERA, because you're still going to face some heat shells, I gotta say. So yeah, pretty decent, but not my first choice. Next up, we have the PGZ-09, single-handedly one of my most favorite SPAAs for its respective BR. It has amazing ammunition choices. The ahead goes absolutely crazy. You can snipe planes from 4 kilometers out. You also get the DM23 APDS round, same as a Jeopard. You have 40 rounds, if I'm not wrong. This works quite well against tanks also, but keep in mind you only have 4 rounds. This tank also gets IRST, but at this BR I personally do not use it because planes don't have RWR anyways, so it doesn't matter really. Despite the fact that this tank was developed in 2007, it is still more modern than its contemporaries, or even more modern than the other SPAAs in the Chinese lineup. Also the ones with higher BRs. So yeah, you can do absolutely nothing wrong with this tank. Next up, we have the CM-25. The CM-25 is the missile carrier of the Republic of China's Mechanical Corps. Yeah, basically the only thing you really have to keep in mind with this tank is you can choose between 2 missiles. You can choose between the TOW-2Bs and the ITOs. I personally go for the ITOs, but I will show both variants in this video later on. So next up, we have the F-84G, the Thunderjet. Among the first American jet aircrafts that was sold to the Republic of China. It is a pretty solid ground pounder. I do honestly not use it that much because, yeah, it's lackluster. You have your 1 BR under your own BR bracket, and so is the performance. So it hardly can keep up with the rest of the lineup. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's still, if you already used your helicopter, it can still be a very valid choice. Okay, last but not least, we have the Z11WA. This helicopter, guys, I tell you, this is absolutely crazy. You get thermal vision devices, I think even 2nd generation thermals, on an 8.7 helicopter. The HJAA missiles feature 3 kilometer range. It's not that impressive, but at 8.7 it really doesn't matter at all. Keep in mind you face a lot of ERA vehicles, so if you're aiming for an enemy tank and you see ERA, you better not go for it, because these missiles are not tandem capable. So yeah, better search for a light vehicle or a medium tank. Okay, summarized, I would say that this lineup has a very defensive playstyle, suited for long-range engagements due to the many missile carriers. Make good use of the C11WA, and then you can do nothing wrong, I guess. Okay, let's take it into battle and see how it performs. So first of all, we have the Object 122 MTMC. As mentioned before, it has a very strong dart. Anyway, sometimes it tends to get shrugged off by flat armor and space elements. If this is the case, you still have those missiles for spare, come in handy in these situations. Also, what you can see right here is very dramatic. Yeah, almost reaching this cap. These are moments I really regret started playing. Yeah, what else can I say about this tank? It was one of the first tanks I think I ever played. So I have a deep connection to this missile slinging bastard. Yeah, it tends to play absolutely amazing. So also what you can see, like these missiles, I swear, for real, they're a real worthy and valuable addition to your main gun. Okay, next up we have the ZDZ-59D1. This is also surprisingly, it did surprisingly good when I make this video, but in the normal case it ain't that brutally good. So yeah, what you can see here is not the natural state of this tank. As you also may notice is that the turret rotation is extremely wobbly, so every time you turn your turret, I don't know, it tends to overturn. But still, if you just need a backup or a spare vehicle, it's more than just fine. Also, if you, take into concern that this vehicle is 0.4 BR lower, so despite this fact, it does pretty well. But yeah, turret rotation speed is awkward, and also this overturning effect every time you turn the turret a little bit wider. Yeah. What you can see here is, many of you will recognize this moment. Panzerhaubitze somehow has super good survivability, but it's disabled very easily. So, nonetheless, let's head over to our next candidate, and that is the PTZ-09. This thing is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, APDS doing its job right here. It's just overall a super good SPAA. And yeah, what I wanted to show you in this particular situation is I thought it's very funny that the enemy smoked me completely, and somehow I got a radar signature, just lobbed some of those ahead ammunitions in the general direction, and this thing absolutely goes down. Also, I have some long-range engagements for you to have a look at how precisely you can use these ahead ammunition. So they really work very well. I can't tell it enough, can't say it enough. It's just super good. Okay, next up we have the CM25, here shown with the ITO missiles. The ITO missiles are pretty solid missiles, so they have I think 630mm of flat pan. Since they got buffed, they have a way better flight path than before. Before it was really horrible to use due to their wobbly behavior. But overall, TM25 is a very solid choice. You have a good zoom, you have a decent gun depression, which is only blocked by the MG in front. And here it is shown with the TO2Bs. Fun fact, I was trained on similar missiles on the Bill 2, or the PAL 2000 as it's called in the armed forces over here. So this was my main specialization, aside from reconnaissance. So yeah, the TO2s, yeah, they're a little bit situational. As you can see here, they can work very well behind hills and stuff. And yeah, so I'd say head over to the next one. I will make this short and less painful for you guys, because I just did not have any luck with this plane. It just didn't work out for me. I don't know, maybe it's just too big. So yeah, just wanted to be honest, so I will skip this one. What we have here is, yeah, this is just awesome. This helicopter is crazy in every aspect. Like, you can see the crisp, clean thermal visions, the pretty decent missiles, a lot of explosiveness, and the extremely high maneuverability of this helicopter. And that all combined is just, I think, in my opinion, it's just a crazy mix. It's crazily good. So yeah, what's not to love with that one? So what else I could say about this helicopter is it looks basically like, I think it is TV, or it has some civilian use, I know that, I researched that a while ago. Missiles are pretty good. They tend to fly relatively straight, so there is no wobbly behavior even after 2 or 2.5 kilometers. So yeah, just overall absolutely fantastic machine. It's one of those gems of the lineup. Okay, now that we come to the end of this video, I want to say thank you for watching. Consider leaving me a like if you liked the video by any chance. Also subscribe to the channel. And yeah, maybe check out one of the other videos I made. Some useful videos, some funny videos. And I'll see you around next time.